Hi, Joal Harding here, and today we're focusing on the bunker. Greenside bunker, that is. We will be doing another video where it is a fairway bunker and what to do in that situation because it's completely different than what we do greenside. So I have a drill for you that's going to train the eye instead of looking at the golf ball as we typically would do in most every other case and scenario on the golf course. We're going to draw what I call bagels or personal size pan pizzas. I already have a couple drawn here in the sand. Then we're going to use your club, pop a little circle for your bagel, little hole right in the center. That little center part of your bagel represents the golf ball. I have 5 drawn here. So instead of having the focus be on the golf ball, as we said, we're going to put that focus a little bit behind the golf ball, 1 inch, 2 inches, depends on the shot. But for this exercise, just focus about 2 inches behind where the golf ball would be. So there are 3 parts to this. 1, just with the bagels. The second part of the drill is going to be the balls inside of each bagel that you draw. And of course, the third, we're taking the training wheels off and you're going to hit those 5 balls, just focusing on that spot in the sand where you want that club to come down and through. Let's go over the basics and the fundamentals of how the swing changes during the time in the bunker. So the first thing we're going to do is open the club face. Typically the sand wedge is 56 degrees. So when we open it, that helps to do 2 things. Puts more loft on the club, and it also creates a slimmer profile for that club to cut through the sand. So what I mean by that, I'll turn this way to show you. If the blade were completely square and we were coming down into the sand, it would create a wide base, just as wide as the sole of your sand wedge. When we open the club face up, it's almost like a knife cutting through, and that's at least half that amount of the width of the club face. So hopefully that makes sense to you. You're basically creating a slimmer profile for that club to cut through the sand, making it easier instead of digging down like a shovel into the sand. We don't want that. Okay, here we go. We're going to get set up. Opening club face. We're gripping down just a little bit. Again, we don't need the length of the club. We're going to wiggle the feet down in the sand. That's 2 things there. We get to feel what's happening underneath the sand, the depth of the sand if we're on hard pan, or if it's kind of thick and wet like it is this morning. And also it creates a little better stability for us here. So we've gripped down. Our club face is open first, then we grip down. We wiggle the feet down in the sand. I like to pull that lead foot back just a little bit, so that will encourage cutting across the golf ball. Some of our players enjoy taking the club outside and cutting across, again, getting more loft and spin, having that ball land softly on the green instead of hitting and running like a rabbit. So here we go. You have all your basics. Open club face, grip down, wiggle feet in, pull lead foot back just a little bit. Now I'm going to look at this spot on my bagel there. And that's where I'm going to concentrate on hitting down and through. I do hinge the wrists just a little bit more here, so I'm actively trying to lift the club head up and take it more vertically. When we're in the bunker, it's more of a V swing. So if the golf ball is at the bottom of the V that's being formed, you can tell that the wrists are going here up, and that makes the club head go more vertically, down and up, rather than a typical swing, more like a U swing, right? It's a little bit more shallow at the bottom of the swing there. All right, so same thing. You're going to go right down your bagels, making sure that your focus is on the right side of that bagel. You want to blast that entire bagel out of the sand. And then the next step would be, and I'll shorten this up for us, we're going to take 2 golf balls, but you take 5. Get some good practice in. Put those golf balls right in the center. That's the hole of your bagel. You're going to get set up, get all those things ready, Again, looking at the right side of the bagel. Hopefully this is helping you understand where we want to hit. Wow, it's fun hitting balls again. Okay, here we go, wiggling down, looking at that bagel on the right side. All right, here we go again. One more, looking at the bagel on the right side. Soft as a butterfly, landing, trickling out, dropping in that hole. The final step would be then to take the remainder of your golf balls, smooth it all out. Of course, we're in a bunker, so we're not allowed to ground our club before we actually hit that golf ball. So we have to hover the club above the sand. Now, what you want to do is focus on a little granule of sand, a little dark patch, a light patch, the shadow of the golf ball, just not the golf ball. Again, putting the focus behind the golf ball, and works like a charm. Hope it works for you. Thank you.